It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, tonight it's the Indiana Pacers taking on the Houston Rockets. The opening tip won by the Pacers as we get underway in downtown Indianapolis. Oladipo. Clint Capella pins it. Oh, the hustle keeps the ball in play. Gets a look. Can't hit. Houston with the basketball. Westbrook. To Harden. Fires the three with James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Oladipo. Textbook defense. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Oh, Russell Westbrook missed his first. That one goes. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
And counted at the rim.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Harden. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Brogdon to Turner.
In the first quarter.
Finish that. Westbrook across the timeline. Leads 3. Here comes the screen. And a chance coming up at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
James Harden, couple of free throws on the way. A career 85% free throw shooter. Nope, the first one does not go. He missed a pair of free throws. Oladipo. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Capella. Westbrook to P.J. Tucker. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Harden, he made his first effort, but not that time. Oladipo into the front court. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance? Not today. Westbrook into the front court. Leads just a point. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell Westbrook steps into it, just off the mark.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Oladipo. 4-3. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Harden with the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. James Harden, 2 of 4 now. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Rockets with the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Cruises inside for 2. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Brogdon to Turner. To Brogdon. For 3. Won't go for Brogdon. Had a hand in his face.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and
throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Can't get the bounce. Westbrook with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook, guarded by T.J. Warren. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Off the mark on his free throw. Oladipo. Capella's on him. To Turner. Knocked loose. Has a look. Shot by Warren misses.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry.
Flushes down the slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Tickets at the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Oladipo to Brogdon.
2 minutes left in the
Oladipo to Brogdon. Clint Capella able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Harden. To Westbrook. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Trying to cash in. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
And now Houston has the basketball. Westbrook to Harden. Shot from the lane won't go. To Oladipo. Drives, but a shot won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Westbrook. The drive. Right to the basket. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's now 4 for 6.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Oladipo into the front court. His team down 9. 19-footer at the buzzer. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half with the Rockets in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Rockets didn't hold back in that opening half. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Pacers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Indiana Pacers weren't efficient with their shooting, and therefore they weren't effective with their offense. Their field goal percentage is lacking, and it's probably the biggest reason for their first half deficit. Most of their bricks were laid in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
It's Russ at the controls to Harden. Takes stock of the floor. sizing up the defense. Westbrook. Harden. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Oh, yes, me and you.
Oladipo against Westbrook. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Miles Turner sends it away. Oladipo into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Harden into the front court. He'll run the offense. Driving right to the basket. Tucker. Down low, it's Harden. Can't connect. Oladipo into the front court. The deficit is 6. To Brogdon. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. To Harden. Not going down for him this time. Oladipo into the front court. Down 6. Here comes the screen. And count the basket inside.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Harden in possession. They lead it. 4-point game. Gordon guarded by T.J. Warren. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Indiana with the basketball. Screen coming.
Big pick right there.
Oladipo to Brogdon. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Westbrook into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden gets it down to Capella. To P.J. Tucker. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Not that time. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down 3. Yes, Victor Oladipo. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Russ at the controls. Capella to Harden. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Has a chance. Oladipo, not that time. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Rockets with the lead. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And a lot of people might not have expected this to be a one-score game this late. But wait, Jay, we have ourselves a ball game.
And I've been in this situation so many times as a team that's been the favorite. You expect to win the ball game, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the middle of a true battle. This looks like it could be anybody's game right now.
Westbrook across the timeline. His team up by 1. From the outside, no good.
And you thought you would have seen him bounce back in the second half. Just looked like he could never get himself into the flow of the game. I put a little bit out on the coaching staff, too. Maybe they could call some better plays for him to get him in situations where he could see the ball go in.
Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Harden to Westbrook. Offensive board. Miles Turner sends it away. And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. Harden misfires. It's no good. Oladipo into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Clint Capella snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Brogdon to Turner. Oh, Miles Turner looking good. 4 for 5.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Brogdon. To Oladipo. Seconds to shoot. Victor Oladipo. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Harden to Capella. Pacers secure the rebound. Oladipo into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Oh, Miles Turner. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
T.J. Warren. He's got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Oops, he missed the first one. Oh, he missed them both. Harden in possession. Leads 1. Here comes the screen. Deep and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. Oladipo against the former MVP. Miles Turner slams it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
With a drop step. Able to convert inside. Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Footer at the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one by 3. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets won this game after a close finish. What I like the most is how they asserted themselves around the basket and got their points around the rim. They won today by playing strong, no doubt about it. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets. The Pacers finished on the losing end of a close score.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they miss. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.